Music is changing. Duh. There is a revolution taking place right now in guitar playing, and it has to do with dynamics. I am not Josh Scott, but I am John Mayer. And I thought I would take this time while Josh is out of commission for the time being to do a little of his job, which is to show you a new pedal. It's the JHS 424 gain stage. This is a perfect, exact replica of the front end, if you will, of a Tascam Porta Studio. If you are a musician of a certain age, you may have had one in your room, and that's all you had to play through. If you are a young musician, you will know this from its resurgence in modern music. For most of guitar playing history, guitars were plugged into something called amplifiers. And the way that a tube amplifier responds has kind of defined the way people played guitar. But now, people have been plugging into things that aren't tube amplifiers. USB interfaces for DAWs, MPCs like I like to do. Most recently, the Tascam Porta Studio. You no longer have to go to Reverb and buy a Tascam Porta Studio in various states of disrepair. It's right here. Not long ago, I was playing into an MPC, and I was doing this exact arpeggio. And I loved the way it was answering back to my playing. And I spent a whole day in the studio trying to get that sound. We tried Sans amps, we tried Rockman amps, going straight into an API. About a couple weeks after I gave up the search, Josh reached out and let me know that he had developed this pedal. And when I plugged into it, as I have the last couple weeks, I've really been having fun. It's reacting completely differently. It's hard to explain. You have to kind of get a pedal going and the guitar in your hands to feel how it's reacting. Sonically is 50% of the thing, feel-wise is the other 50%. And the fun part about that is it makes you play different stuff. So I've got the 424 gain stage, I've got the artificial blonde going straight into the DI. There's no other tricks, a little bit of reverb, and that's it. It just makes you want to play. This is where I want to get into the breakup of the 424. Josh wanted me to play some grunge. So let's turn up the gain all the way on the second and the first. So that is trim all the way up, channel all the way up. This is Good Love is on the way if Stone Gossard from Pearl Jam played it. So let's see what happens if we move gain 2 up and gain 1 is at 12. That's rubbery. That's like every note you play, it just sort of falls off the cliff. But it's interesting. It makes you want to... Okay, so now I'm just going to mess around, see what happens. I got it nice and bassy. If you want to have a completely different experience on your electric guitar or any instrument, I suggest you pick up the 424 gain stage by JHS pedals. What you can't see is how good it feels to play. And yes, there's a lot of pedals you could buy that will change the sound, but how many pedals can you buy that will actually change your relationship with the instrument itself? I cannot do most of my tricks. That forces me to explore. This thing is so fast, the notes are coming out before I'm finished playing them. When you're playing through an amp, the notes are kind of contained. They're almost like going down like a half pipe. And this is just, it spills everywhere. It's like mercury that just rolls across the top of a table. But that's really interesting. It's a basketball hoop without a net. It doesn't go swish, it just falls. Unforgiving, but exciting. It makes me want to sing something. That's what you want out of a song you sing. Inspiring, makes me want to write a song around this one. You know what it makes me think of? Makes me think of like, that's Wildfire, but it makes me want to do like West African stuff. And let's get into some history. Some of the best world music is the way it is in terms of guitar playing because the access to instruments was just not the same. So you had some killer guitar players on like a Yamaha Pacifica playing through like a Fisher home amplifier. So when I hear that very naked guitar tone, it makes me want to learn like, you know. Let's get weird. Let's get weird. Okay, so check this out. Where most guitar dynamics start to disappear when you get really low, all the good ones on this pedal are really, really down here. What you just saw was me experimenting with a pedal, not so much showing it off in a professional manner, but putting it through the musical paces that I would if I were at home. And let me say it again to camera 2. I am not Josh Scott, but what I am is a dear friend and admirer of his, and I want to make sure that a pedal this good doesn't go unheralded or unspoken about just because Josh is recovering from an accident. He's going to be fine, but he's out for a moment, and I wanted to make sure that his product and his company continue to thrive, because this pedal is going to be a lot of people's secret weapon. A lot of times when people have the same pedal, they have the same sound. That will not happen with this pedal because this is a whole new dynamic approach, and what you do before this pedal and after is up to you. And it is not so much a paint color, but a whole different brush. I want to thank you for spending your time with me. It's been a real blast. And I'd also like to issue a call to my fellow guitarists out there. If you would like to do a guest video to keep the train a-rolling for Josh and his staff, please do so. I think it's a very cool thing. Josh has been nothing but cool to all of us. He's been the most open-minded, open-hearted, unique, and shrewdest pedal guy out there. So get well, Josh. Get the JHS 424 gain stage. You will absolutely love it. It will come in handy at some point, if not immediately. I'm not Josh. I'm John Mayer. Thank you very much.